Hi everyone, Mike Tuner, Master Herbalist here with Z Natural Foods, and in today's video I'm going to discuss various aspects of coffee, instant coffee, and the benefits of, or I should say, the nourishing qualities of coffee. But before we get started, there are two things that need to be mentioned. First, for more information about me, Mike Tuner, Master Herbalist, you can either go to znaturalfoods.com and check out my articles, product descriptions, and videos, or you can go to my YouTube channel, A Master Herbalists with a S perspective. Second thing is our medical disclaimer. The information you're about to receive is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended to treat, prescribe, diagnose any specific or general medical conditions, and is not to be used as a substitute for your primary healthcare provider's medical knowledge, medical information, or treatment protocols. With that said, let's get started. So I think most people will agree that very few things in this world beat a hot cup of coffee on a chilly morning. It provides us with instant energy and supercharges our body to kickstart the day. But there's more to this warm and delicious cup of Java than what meets the eyes. It also provides you with a high level of unique nourishment you may not find anywhere else. So there are many unique and fun little facts about coffee you may not know, whether we're talking about instant coffee or just coffee beans in general. So let me discuss a few of those. Approximately 25% of all coffee sales are instant coffee, and that number is growing by an average of 2% per year. Instant coffee can actually be used in various recipes, from desserts to meat rubs. Light roast coffee has more caffeine than dark roast coffee. And there are two primary beans used for drinking coffee: Arabica and Robusta. Instant coffee has on average 40% less caffeine than your average cup of brewed coffee. The coffee bean is actually the seed of a cherry. And coffee berry is considered one of the most antioxidant-rich foods. This may also come as a big surprise. Decaffeinated coffee is not actually caffeine-free. It still contains on average 2 to 4 milligrams of caffeine per cup. And of course, the average American drinks between 3 to 6 cups of coffee per day. As much as we know about coffee and its nourishing benefits, we are only beginning to actually discover and understand the power of these polyphenolic compounds found in coffee and their potential benefits. However, it should not surprise you that according to the Phenol-Explorer database, coffee was ranked number 11 in the top 100 best antioxidant foods. Millard's reaction product, which occurs during the roasting process, provides all the different flavors, aromas, and contributes to the coffee's antioxidant activity, which is known to nourish the brain, heart, and soul. Many health experts believe that a diet focused on high amounts of compounds like flavonoids is critical to supporting a healthy aging process, because these compounds are known as nature's biological response modifiers. There are over 8,000 different types of flavonoids found in nature. Based on the research, it does not seem to matter how you acquire them, whether it's from food or supplements. What really actually counts is the total amount. And many of these experts believe that you should consume between 500 to 2,000 milligrams of flavonoids daily, sourced from various foods and supplements. And coffee is a major player in the polyphenolic world. Although my personal opinion is that number ratio between 500 and 2,000 is actually fairly low compared to what you could really do when you make an effort to incorporate these foods into your life. And here's what I mean. 1 cup of coffee provides between 400 to 100 milligrams, and 12 ounces of decaf provides 400 milligrams of these potent compounds, making it really easy for you to reach your goals. According to some studies, because the average American acquires around 950 milligrams of these potent antioxidant compounds just from their daily coffee consumption, that means that your daily Java will get you just about halfway to that low-end goal of 2,000 milligrams. It's also important to note that the average cup of conventional coffee provides about 92 milligrams of chlorogenic acid. However, soaking and draining the beans, which is a unique process before roasting them, helps maintain the polyphenolic compounds. So a cup of coffee that has undergone this specific process actually provides you with 172 milligrams of chlorogenic acid per cup of coffee. A review discussing the quantification of caffeine and chlorogenic acid in green and roasted coffee samples found the following. More than 80 different chlorogenic acids were detected in green coffee. The roasting process reduced chlorogenic acid, but increased caffeine to a specific roasting level. Medium roasted coffee seems to have the highest amount of nourishing caffeine. On average, dark roast has the lowest amount of caffeine and chlorogenic acid compounds. Caffeine levels can also vary depending on the coffee bean type. For example, Robusta may have a higher level than Arabica, while green coffee was found to have, on average, about 1/5 the amount of caffeine as medium roasted beans do. It does contain enough caffeine to be considered a mild stimulant. So, what is instant coffee? In simple terms, instant coffee is created by taking the roasted bean and either freeze drying or spray drying it to remove the water, essentially creating a dehydrated coffee. It's critical to understand that instant coffee is real coffee and actually does come from real coffee beans. But let's digress just for a moment and talk about the difference between the freeze drying method and the spray dry instant coffee method, okay? Instant coffee results from either freeze drying or spray drying the roasted coffee bean, which removes water and leaves us with a dehydrated coffee. It's critical to remember, again, because this is something that seems to be very confusing to people and people seem to sort of throw off, that instant coffee is in fact real coffee. The real question that may pique your interest is whether freeze-dried version triumphs over what is known as a spray-dried version. In order to find the answer to that question, it's important to dive into the specifics of each one of these methods. So, freeze-drying method. This process is a testament to precision and quality. The beans are meticulously roasted, ground, and extracted. The extracted coffee then undergoes a low temperature water removal and foaming process to enhance its volume and solubility. The product is subsequently placed into a cold room, frozen at -50 degrees, and finally granulated. The smaller granules are freeze-dried in a vacuum at a slightly higher temperature. Then heat is applied, causing ice crystals to form and to transition into gas, resulting in freeze-dried coffee granules. With its intrinsic steps, this method yields a more powerful, robust instant coffee product that is rich in flavor and aroma, making it a top choice for those people who consider themselves coffee enthusiasts. Then you have the spray drying method. This method, in contrast, is a testimony to efficiency and practicality. The coffee extract is efficiently sprayed into a stream of hot air, and as the droplets descend through a tall cylinder, they dry and transform into a fine powder. This powder then undergoes further processing, which texturizes it into granules. This method, renowned for its cost efficiency, is a practical choice for those seeking an economic option, even if it may produce a product that some might perceive as a lower quality. One of the trade-offs of this method is that the coffee may lose some flavor, but it remains a popular choice when we talk about affordability of coffee and instant coffee. It is believed that freeze drying allows for a smoother and less astringent end product. However, as we have emphasized before, the drying process is crucial, but the actual determining factor of the end product is the quality of the raw material you start with. And when we talk about the raw material, you can't talk about raw material without discussing the two different types of beans, Arabica versus Robusta. What is the difference, people? For many years, instant coffee has been made with the Robusta bean. However, today, we are seeing more instant coffee products made with the Arabica beans. While it has always been believed that Robusta beans are of lower quality, that is simply untrue. Over the years, we have learned that each species' growth and processing are the determining factors that affect their flavor profile. So, here are some interesting facts. Arabica beans have a smoother and sweeter taste and are known for their chocolate-flavored notes and fruity undertones. It provides a balanced flavor profile. In contrast, Robusta's flavor profile is defined or described as deep and bold with nutty undertones. These differences in flavor profiles are often to do or have much to do with how the beans are processed. Robusta is naturally processed, and Arabica beans are often what is known as washed. Arabica is indeed more costly because it requires specific growing conditions, often above 3,000 feet and only subtropical climates. And Arabica is also much more labor intensive. Robusta is hardy and highly resistant to weather, pests, and disease. In contrast, Arabica is more delicate and less resistant to many of these external factors. The difference in flavor profile is also caused by Robusta's beans having 60% less naturally occurring sugar and fatty acids, which creates its bold and deep flavor. Robusta has almost twice the amount of caffeine as Arabica. And while there are some variations, the average amount of chlorogenic acid found in Robusta beans is 7 to 14% compared to the 4 to 8% found in Arabica beans. In the end, the truth is, neither one of these are, let's say, better than the other. Each species has unique characteristics and creates an exceptional cup of coffee. This is Mike Stucino, Master Herbalist with Z Natural Foods. I hope you've enjoyed this video and learning a little bit about the intrinsic factors of coffee. I'll see you next time.